Have you ever wondered why some realtors close more deals effortlessly while others struggle to sell, despite being as knowledgeable as other realtors that are closing deals? Now, this is beyond the skills, this is beyond the knowledge they have. Now, these realtors that are closing more deals have built a personal brand that is helping them sell more. So, in today's episode of TPL Series, we'll be discussing building a personal brand as a real estate consultant. And I have with me here our content creator, Miss Sharon. You're welcome, ma.
Thank you.
All right, Miss Sharon is our content creator at Tango Properties Limited, and we'll be discussing content creation, building your personal brand, visibility and gaining visibility as a real estate consultant. So once again, you're welcome.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here again.
It's a pleasure to have you here. All right. So talking about building a personal brand, for the sake of those who don't know what a personal brand is, now what is a personal brand? And why is it so important in today's market?
Okay. A personal brand, it's being intentional about, or building a personal brand is being intentional about how people perceive you
Okay.
and what you do. So you're not uh, you as a person, you can be a brand. So you are a brand.
Yeah.
Because in real estate here, people will buy from you when they trust you, when they perceive that you can be trusted.
Okay.
So when they say building a personal brand is bringing yourself to make people perceive you in a particular way, the way you want them to. So if you want them to trust you, you have to build yourself in a way that they can trust you and they should trust you. So, and in this our line of business as a real estate consultant or a realtor, why is it important to build a personal brand? I would say that without having a personal brand out there, you cannot even be out there,
Yeah.
because people will not buy from you unless they know you. So if you're not putting yourself out there, how are you going to make sales?
Exactly. So, from your experience as a real estate consultant, especially as a content creator, would you say your personal brand has affected how much sales you've made? You know, how recognized you have become in the real estate industry?
Yeah, of course. When I first started real estate, let's leave the content creation. When I
Okay.
first started real estate, I my face was not out there at first,
Okay.
and then it's affected my sales. But recently, I've been putting myself out there a lot intentionally, because I want people to see me and say, "Oh, I know this girl from somewhere. She sells land or she sells property. So, oh, yeah, this girl, I know her." You know, those kind of impressions when I pass
Yeah.
and go, "Ah, I know this girl somewhere."
Yeah.
So, the whole content creation plus real estate is it has actually helped me, because okay, let's say I want to run an ad on Facebook or TikTok or something. I would like to use my own video, my
Yeah.
face,
Yeah.
so that by the time you click my ad, you come to my Facebook or any other social media platform and you still see my face, you'll be like, okay, yeah, this is someone I can work with, because of I'm putting myself out
Okay.
there.
So you would say personal brand revolved around people's perception about you, the things you do, the things you put out there. They are all the things that builds your personal brand as a
Yes,
creator.
yes,
A lot of creators just depend on what the company they are partnering with does. So let's say you are a real estate consultant working with Tango Properties Limited. So you just depend on just the content Tango Properties put out there, and you forget that you are supposed to have your own content. You're supposed to put out yourself as, okay, my name is Nibari. I am Nibari. I am a real estate consultant. So beyond me working with Tango Properties Limited, I am a brand on my own. So to our readers that are watching, beyond you partnering with a real estate company to sell, it is very important that you put yourself out there as a brand, because people will always want to be recognized with a brand. So beyond the company you're partnering with, try to build your own personal brand. So when people see you, they can easily recognize that, oh, this girl is a real estate consultant. So the whole real estate industry is very competitive.
It is actually.
Real estate industry is so competitive. So how can you as a realtor stand out in this competitive market? How can you be recognized in this market that is so saturated?
Okay. So for that, we are still talking about building the brand. There is no exact script to it, but I like to say whenever you're doing something, you do it with a touch of excellence.
Okay.
So if you're creating content, okay, you'd have to come down to a particular niche of content that you want to create. Is it a educational content for real estate? Is it a fun content, or you want to do like talk shows, things that will catch people's attention for them to be able to relate to you and then trust you to get your product that you are selling. So anything you're doing, you do it with a touch
Which was
of
like excellence.
excellence. So if you're shooting content, don't just set up your camera and say, oh, let me just do a video today. No, you have to plan. You get your script ready. If you're shooting with a phone or a digital camera, at least you should get a camera that the quality is good. Because if you're scrolling on social media, and I do it a lot, if I'm scrolling on social media and I just see maybe a video that is not too clear, I'll just
Just
swipe
hop
up,
up.
and that person must have actually put a lot of time and effort in that video, but because maybe the quality is not good, the audio is not all right, I will just skip it. And that's what a
Yeah.
lot of people do
The
actually. A
yeah.
lot of people do that. So for you to stand out, you have to add anything you're doing, just do with a touch of excellence. Your
Hmm.
videos, your video quality should be very sharp. If
Hmm.
you're doing talking head videos, get your script ready so that it's not when you've posted it, you now be like, I should have said
Say
this instead
this.
of this.
Yeah.
I should have not said this one. No.
It's not like you cannot do a free script video,
You
but
can
if you
actually.
want to do a talking head video and you have a particular message you want to pass, especially as a newbie, just get your script
Just
ready and
get your
save
script
yourself
ready.
the stress. Now, talking about standing out in the market that is so competitive. Now, you talked about niching down. Now, there are a lot of content creators, and it is so unfortunate that a lot of content creators don't have a goal for their content. Like, they just feel like, oh, I'm just a
Anything
lifestyle
goes.
creator. Just post like, and you're a real estate consultant. Even if you're doing lifestyle creation,
Content creation.
content, the goal should be channeled towards real estate. Oh, a day in the life of a real estate consultant. It's a lifestyle video, but you're still positioning yourself as a
As
content creator. So, you're still positioning yourself as a real estate consultant. Now, I have quite a lot of friends who are into content creation, and they are real estate consultants. And you see their videos revolving
the
around
whole real
real
estate sector.
estate sector. Yeah. So even if they're posting a fun video,
It's still
it's
real
still relating
estate.
to real estate. If they're posting an educative video, whatever they are posting is still revolving around real estate. So if you want to stand out in this market and this industry that is so competitive, try to niche down. Try to put yourself out there, and like you said, there should be a touch of
Touch of
excellence in
excellence.
everything you do. Now, would you say social media influences a a realtor's ability to make sales?
Social media.
Social media,
Of
yeah.
course.
Okay, so how does it affect a realtor's ability to make sales?
Okay, we are in this generation where a lot of people now believe a lot of things on social
Social
media.
media.
So if you just stick to the traditional way of marketing your products, you might not go far at all. You may get to a particular level, but you may not go as far as where you want to be. Social media is another world on its own. Like everybody, a good amount of people are on social media. So
Yeah.
if you channel your content, your videos, like okay, let's say you run an ad, and
Mm.
then your target audience is like you can get 1 million people, 5 million people as your target
Mm.
audience. But how would you do that with traditional marketing?
That is
How do you
true.
intend to talk to 1 million people in one
In
day?
one day.
It's not going to be possible. So social media is a
Social
very
media is
very
an
good way.
advantage.
Me
Yeah.
personally, I don't like traditional marketing, like going door to door. It's good though,
Hmm.
but I just feel it's more stressful
Yeah.
for me. Everybody has their own point of view, but for me, I'm not a fan of traditional marketing. I love the social media space. So when I create a content, I run ad with it, the ad will convert, I make myself. So you can say okay, two of us now, we can go out for marketing. You
Yeah.
can talk to 10 people, one person will come and buy. But if I go out for that, it's like two of us now. You talk to 10 people, I might talk to just two persons, because like I said,
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. But when it comes to the social media space, you run an ad, a lot of person will see your
Yeah.
ad, and they must come,
Yeah.
unless maybe you did not
It's
set up
not
your ad
real.
properly. So they are definitely going to come, and then you're going to have more sales than the
Yeah.
person who is just doing door to door, door to door, door to door, door to door. That's
Yeah.
just what I think,
So
because it's a large space.
yeah, so social media it's an advantage
It's an
for
advantage.
real estate consultants in this age. In this age of content creation, you're telling me that as a real estate consultant, you don't like the camera, you don't like creating content, or you're not a content creator. You must not have the name content creator, but you know you have to maximize the social media space. Just like you said, you're able to reach millions of persons.
Yes,
Imagine posting a video and you have 1 million views. You 1 million persons cannot see you in a day doing a
if
traditional
it's
marketing.
not
We are
possible.
not despising the fact that traditional marketing is good.
Yes, it's
It's
good.
good, but we
It's
are
good.
saying that social media is an advantage.
Yes,
You
it is.
can't meet 1 million persons doing traditional marketing in a
In
day.
just one day,
Yeah,
it's not
it
going to
is.
be
It is
possible.
important. How do you want to divide yourself? It is very impossible. So social media is an advantage for you as a real estate consultant in this age. Now there are a lot of persons that are actually camera shy. Now this is their nature. You'll say, oh, they are introverts. They don't like the camera and all of it. Valid. It is very valid. So for you as a content creator, someone who has been into this industry, who has been into the content creation space for a long time, what do you think they can do to, like, help themselves free up, help themselves to be able to speak to the camera confidently, to be able to like maximize the social media space? What can they do to come out of that
The whole
yeah, that whole shyness, introversy?
Okay. I would say first off, you start with faceless content.
Okay.
That's one way to start. Can just do maybe a voiceover. Your face doesn't have to show, but what you're
Hmm.
selling, what you are putting out there,
People
would
are
show.
hearing
People
it.
people are seeing what you're putting out there, but and
Okay.
then you use your voice. That's a faceless content. Then for you to overcome the whole shyness of a thing, it's not like magic. It will take a period of time for you to get comfortable in front of the camera. When I first started as content creation, I was not all that confident in front of camera,
Camera.
but I love being behind the camera. It's just few years back I started getting very comfortable in front of the camera. So the trick I use before I go in front of the camera, I look at myself in the mirror. Everything I
Hmm.
want to say, I say
You
it to
say it to
myself
yourself in the mirror.
in the mirror. Then you don't just do it in one try on camera. Yes, it's not going to be possible to just get everything in one try. Even professionals don't get it in one try all the time.
Hmm.
So just keep on trying. You make the mistake, you cut it, you start again. Just continue, and then eventually it's not going to happen just like that. But over time, you get comfortable.
Hmm.
So start with faceless content. Just do voiceovers with the products that you are selling, and then over time, just sit in front of the camera. Look at your mirror. Look at your mirror very well. Talk to yourself in the mirror. Then look at
Yeah.
the camera. Then if you still feel like, oh, I don't like the way I sound, after you make your video, you just close your eyes and play your video in your ear. Just listen to it with your eyes closed. Don't see yourself. If you feel very comfortable, just go ahead with it. If you don't feel comfortable, still go ahead with it. Make the post, because everybody started somewhere.
Exactly.
Everybody can never
Nobody
start from
started so perfect,
not
looking
at
out
all.
here, looking so
We
excellent,
every day
perfect.
we are learning.
Yeah.
Every day we are learning. So it's good to just start from somewhere. If it's just pictures, okay, with write-ups or videos that your products, you're just making a video of your
Yeah.
product and then your voiceover, that's fine. Make that post. But in all, just put yourself out there on
Yeah.
social media
Yeah.
because the world is getting digital.
Yeah.
The traditional way of doing things is
It's
kind of
fading
like
out,
fading off.
it's gradually fading
Yes,
out,
so we need to
exactly.
move with the trend so that we'll not be left behind.
Right. Okay, now you talked about practicing. If you can't face the camera, you display whatever the properties you want to sell, and then you use a voiceover.
Yeah,
And then I want to tell you something. Consistency helps you get better.
true.
You don't have to get better at the camera in a single in a day.
It's not going to
it
be. It's
takes
not
it
going to
takes
happen.
it takes time. It takes you being dedicated to it. It takes you being consistent. It takes you being willing to learn, willing to do it. Now, I did not just come up one day and I became so confident talking to the camera. Today there's nothing I cannot say to the camera as long as I'm trying to sell something. I would not struggle to speak to the camera. It didn't start this way. It took me time. I was not so good at it from the initial, and then I kept trying until I became better. I am not all perfect at it yet, but I am better. So don't just look at those who are at the top doing it so well and begin to feel intimidated.
No, not at
Instead,
all.
just get motivated and then try to improve. I believe you're already enjoying this episode. I mean, we have our content creator here with us telling us how to do real estate the digital way. So sit back and enjoy the rest of this episode. And if this is the first time you are watching TPL series, go back and watch our previous video because there's a lot for you to learn. We are going on a short break and we'll be back shortly.
Do you know in this 2026, you can eat your cake and have it? If you're looking to build a home with your family, then this property is the perfect location just for you. As you can see, I'm sitting down directly on the security house, so it's almost completed, meaning that the security here will be top notch for you and your family. This is Urban Prime Estate. This property already has the basic amenities that are suitable for you to build your home with your family, such as street light, stable power supply, good access road, and the internal road to the estate is already being sand-filled, as you can see. The landmarks that surround this prime property include Salvation Ministries Cathedral site, Shell Oil Separation Center, Rutherland Amusement Park. That is amazing for your family. So you see why I said this place is the perfect place for you to build a family home. If you are ready to build that your family home, send us a message today because this plot of land is not going to wait for you. Secure your plot of land today.
Welcome back to TPL series. We are still discussing how to build a personal brand as a real estate consultant. And I still have with me here Ms. Sharon, our content creator at Tango Properties Limited. Welcome back.
Thank
If
you.
you're just joining us, go back and watch the beginning of the videos. You've missed out on a lot, and there are a lot of things you definitely get to pick out from the first session of this particular episode. So once again, you're welcome back on today's episode of TPL series. Still talking about building a personal brand as a realtor. Now, before we went on a break, you mentioned something about creating different types of content, educational content, lifestyle content, fun content. So, as a real estate consultant, if you're trying to position yourself as a trusted brand, is it like a particular kind of content you should actually focus on for you to easily gain trust from people?
Okay. For that one, like I said earlier, it's not entirely scripted. Like
Okay.
it's not. There's no blueprint. There's no exact blueprint. Different people have different things that work for them. For
Okay.
example, there's this guy. I'll answer your question. There's this guy on TikTok. I never knew he's into real estate. Well, I
Okay.
see his content. He does fun. I've not seen
I
him
know who
do
you're talking about.
any.
He is dark.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've not seen him do any educational content,
Okay.
just fun, like office fun content.
Content.
I
Yeah.
never knew he was into real estate until I saw his award. I was like,
Yeah.
and then people actually trust him based on they see him out there doing those kind of content. But I never knew he
Yeah.
was into real estate. Maybe because I don't entirely follow
Follow
him,
him.
but I just see his videos.
Yeah.
So it's not scripted. You can do what you think is working for
For
you.
you.
Like me on my own page, I post myself. So like I do more of lifestyle because of I
Okay.
just post my own pictures, post my property videos, the one that has my face, then maybe like one or two fun content, then
Okay.
sometimes educational content.
Okay.
So I you just do what works for you. If you know that you know how to teach people a lot, then you should go into the educational sector.
Okay.
Have do create a calendar that works for you on the topics that you want to teach, happenings in this country or your location. Then just create something with that,
Okay.
educate people. If you want to do, okay, if like us that are in office sector now, you want to do fun content,
Content.
you can just do that as long as it's bringing you to people who when they see you they'll be like, okay, yeah, I've been seeing this guy's content, yes, and then I feel like I can trust him. As the
Yeah.
end game is for you to gain trust.
Yeah.
That's the end game, for you to gain trust and then to convert that trust into sales.
Sales.
That's the whole thing.
So as a creator, you really do not have an excuse for not creating content, because we have the educational content. If you know you're not really good at teaching, you can decide to go into fun. If you're not a very funny person, you can't teach funny content. You can decide to go into lifestyle.
Yeah.
If you're not good with like there are just a lot
There
of
are a
niches.
lot,
There are a lot
exactly.
of it. So
You can
you
also
just
use fashion
yeah
to go into the real estate sector.
yeah.
Like, okay, for example, outfit of the day, things like what I want to work today.
As a real estate
As a real
consultant,
estate. Like, you
or
can
join
just
me to go what did they say, join me to go show my clients a property here, like just lifestyle
lifestyle. You can do
content. Yeah.
fashion. You can even do cooking videos. Like as long as you're getting views, not in a bad way, but as long as you're pushing yourself out there, your audience love it,
Yeah.
and then it's also converting to
Yeah.
sales, because the end game is
Is
trust and,
and
sales.
sales.
Trust and sales. So as long as it's working for you, just do that.
That's it. That's interesting. So for realtors who are struggling, hey, sorry, just go down to ask you. Okay, another very important question, because from my experience as a salesperson, I feel like testimonials and client review help people gain trust in your brand.
Yeah.
So let's say I have a client who trusted me with 100 million naira to buy a particular property. Posting testimonial videos like that, posting client success videos like that have a way of building trust. Yeah, so I don't know if you've ever had an experience with people reaching out to you to buy a property, or reaching out to make inquiries based on a testimonial a client gave about you, or a testimonial you gave about your client entrusting you with their money.
Yeah, I tell people that the easiest way for you to, another easier way for you to make sales is through referrals.
Referrals, yeah.
So testimonial is kind of like referrals, because if this person A has bought from you and person had a very good experience, and the person says good things about you to other people, it's also like a referral.
Yeah, people that know him get to see the video and get
so
interested.
They can relate to that. And if person B sees person A's testimonial video online, I'll be like, okay, yeah, if this person can have this good experience with this person, with this company, or with this realtor, then I can actually be comfortable enough to invest with this
Mm-hmm.
consultant. So testimonials actually have a good effect on sales also. So it's kind of like referral.
Okay. So what do you do in situations where some persons tell you, "Oh, I don't want to come to your camera." I mean, you have a client who was satisfied with your service,
Yeah.
and then sometimes you just want the client to come out and speak about your brand. What do you do in situations where that client does not accept? Does it always have to be the client? Because some persons, the reason I'm asking this question is because some readers think it has to be the clients coming out to say that. So is it possible that you as a person, you can just come out to, share your experience working with this particular client and how it's led to sale? Or does it always have to be the client making the video or giving a testimony about you?
Okay. It's not the client. It's not always the client,
Okay,
because there are some clients who are very private people, so they
exactly.
would not want their faces to be
To
out
be
there.
out there.
Yes. So you can just do it in a video, like you as the consultant. You can just sit in front of your camera. Maybe you say, okay, I had this client and so happened. You
Yeah.
give the testimonial on behalf of the client. You
Yeah.
can tell it as a story.
Okay.
You can tell it as a story, like your experience working with um clients so far in this, let's say, okay, this month of July, my experience working with this client so far, things that have happened, so it's also another form of testimonial. But then you can just ask the client, can I have a voice recording? If
Okay.
that is,
Okay.
if it's going to be possible, then you ask for the client's permission to post it. Yeah, because a lot of them don't want to be out there.
Yeah.
But then it doesn't is that should not stop you.
I think you just said something really striking that you could actually use just a client's voice because people might not really recognize a person's voice. So for clients who would not want their face to be out there, who have a very private life, who wouldn't want people to know that, oh, I bought a property here, because they're just living
Low
a
key.
low key life, he could actually request for just a voice recording. I think we did something like that during our last allocation.
Yes, at
So this
rescue.
particular client bought some huge
Number
portion
of
of, yeah, of that particular property, and he did not want to be in a camera. We just requested for a voice recording. He gave his testimonial in a voice recording, and we infused it into our video. So for clients who wouldn't want their face to be out there, you don't have to bother yourself too much about that. Just request for their voice recording. They might not really have to mention their name, and
Yeah, you
then
don't
that
have to
would
do that.
save, so this will be my last question for you on today's episode.
Okay.
All right, so as a content creator and as a real estate consultant who has gained experience in this industry, what would be your advice to other real estate consultants who are still struggling to build their personal brand in the real estate industry, who are still shying away from the camera, who are still struggling to gain visibility? What would be that one advice you have for them today?
Okay. I actually have two advices.
Okay.
So the first advice I would give is just start,
Okay.
because you cannot get that 100 million that you want just by sitting down in the house doing nothing. Building your personal brand is not just about social media. It's
Yeah.
the way you interact with people, how
Okay.
people see you, even in person. Maybe how you dress, like how you walk, how you talk. All those things are inside building a personal brand. So, and you cannot do all that by just sitting at home. No, you have to go out, say, like you have to go outside, go out there, put yourself in the traditional marketing way. Go there, the digital space, the social media, do that. Put yourself out there, just start, and then be committed to it.
Hmm.
There will be a lot of heartbreaks,
Yeah.
but you just have to continue. It's
Hmm.
just you have to be committed to it. You just consistency, commitment, and then you're going to get what you're dreaming of. You're going
Yeah.
to get it. So start somewhere. If it's the videos, just sit in front of the camera and just play around with it.
Okay.
You get better over time. When I first started, I was not comfortable, like I said earlier, because I felt like I did not know how to talk. So I actually went back and I watched people's videos. I watched it, I learned, and I came back better. And I'm still
Mm-hmm.
learning though,
Yeah,
yes. But it's better than when I started like 5 years ago. I'm
exactly.
so much better. So just continue, start, be committed to it, and then consistency.
So you said two things that are very striking. Now you talked about starting. Just start. You don't have to wait for perfection. You don't have to wait till you get so excellent at it. Excellence would not come in a day.
No,
Excellence
yes.
would not come in a single trial. Excellence will come when you get committed, when you get dedicated, and when you keep trying. That's when excellence will come in. And then secondly, you strike the balance between the online presence and offline presence. So
Yes.
personal branding is beyond how you put yourself out in social media. Personal branding boils down to even in your offline personality,
Yes.
how people perceive you in the offline space. So when you go out, if people see you, there was something I did. I was building a particular brand for myself outside the real estate industry. That was before I got into the real estate industry. So I built this brand, I built my personal brand around this particular thing I was doing, to the point that if I go for an event and I want to network with people, if I tell you, hi, my name is Nibari, oh, I've been your fan on social media, like we've known ourselves on social media, they don't look at me like they don't know me. But once I say, oh, I'm the founder of this, or oh, I'm Nibari, the girl that does this, they immediately recognize it. So they don't just they end up not even knowing me,
But know
but
the
there is a
brand.
name, they know the brand, they know the
Exactly.
name. So when you're building your personal brand, it is beyond the online space down to how people perceive you in the offline space. So if you are a real estate consultant still struggling to build your personal brand, today is the best time to start. Don't just watch this video the way you've been watching other TPL series. You watch, you take that note, and you tell yourself, okay, I will get better. Start practicing, start doing it, start implementing. Now, this is what I want you to do. After watching, pick up a pen, write down your take home, write down the key point, the things you want to implement, because a content creator, Miss Sharon, I've said a lot of things you would definitely want to implement. So you don't just watch like other episodes and go back with no take home. Take your pen and write down the key take home you've gotten from today's episode. And do what to share, do what to comment, do what to share your thoughts in the comment section. Do what to turn on your notification bell so you always be the first to watch our TPL series. And see you in our next episode.